Now we're gonna do something a little different. Normally when it's time, we are the Fitz. We've been traveling full time in our RV for the last 2.5 years. And over the last 3 months, we've hit 17 different states and are on our way back to Alabama, and we've stopped here in Georgia. But before we got back to Georgia, we had a little bit of an accident. So, just came off of some pretty intense mountain roads and had to back up a couple times, had other people back up a couple times just to get here. And we scraped hard at least 3 times. Dang it. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it does suck. 2.5 years of traveling full time on the road. And I've never hit anything like that. All right, so I made it here to Georgia, and we've got the dents and dings to prove it. Rough road in West Virginia caused this. Really was a tight space, had a tail swing, took out a rock, no big deal. Fortunately, the fiberglass is still intact back here. The biggest issue is that this is now really dented and doesn't really connect down here anymore. So we got to figure out a way to fix that without putting it in the shop. So yeah, here's a bit of a closer look at it. So I actually got really lucky that it didn't damage this wire right here. So this wire runs to our Wii Boost right there, runs down through here. I actually have it wired down there, but really all it did is it pulled this panel out from behind here. You can see that's broken as well. And then it goes up under here, and it's supposed to be screwed in there and here, but those screws were ripped out. So really what I need to do is try and bend this back in place, seal this up, and I think we'll be good. Again, I think we're fortunate it wasn't worse than this. All the lights and everything are still working. It's really just a little bit cosmetic right here. So I'm really hoping I can get that fixed and kind of make it look at least a little bit better without having to replace this whole panel. But yeah, it's less than ideal. All right, so I want to get a little bit away from the doom and gloom of me putting a nice new dent in our RV and tell you a little bit about where we are and what we're calling home for the next few days. So we're here at Talona Ridge RV Resort, and this place is super nice. There's actually 3 different levels to the place. The section that we're staying in is called Hawks Valley. There's also a middle section that's known as Falcon Ridge, and then the top section, which is probably the best section of all because you get the best views, is called Eagle Crest. And Eagle Crest is also where the pool is. We went to the pool a little bit earlier, so I'll throw some video in here. It's right here in the middle of the Blue Ridge Mountains, so you get the views of the mountains everywhere. All the sites are paved. All the sites come with picnic tables, with fire pits. One thing we get a lot of questions on is can I bring my big rig here? Can I take the big rig? Yes, we've got a 42-foot fifth wheel, and we easily have room for this in our site, and it's easily maneuvered throughout the campground. Lots of space available here and easy to make the turns without having to worry about hitting something. Now, we're gonna do something a little different. Normally, when it becomes time for supper, we usually cook supper here, eat outside or maybe inside, and just kind of relax for the rest of the night. But I think we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna take the dinner that Emily's making right now up to Eagle Crest and eat in the common space up there. I think that's pretty much everything for tonight, so good night.